Okay, so it seems like we've had a huge update in terms of the Blue Archive situation that's been going on. Now, obviously, I've been talking about this quite a bit and it's blown up pretty heavily, especially over on the channel. So that's great. But essentially, obviously, Blue Archive, a gacha game, has essentially dropped some talent, including some VTubers. And it seems like now we have a response from some of the VTubers that were involved. Now, if you don't know what happened, essentially Giga, Zentreya, cdawgva, and ironmouse all set to do a Blue Archive sponsored stream thing going on. And then after a lot of community backlash, they essentially decided to get rid of everybody and just do no sponsored stream, which again, obviously, was pretty crazy, and it shocked a lot of people because you don't really see that very often. You don't see companies actually listening to their community. And yeah, obviously, a lot of people weren't happy due to people, for examples, especially cdawgva's involvement, who has been very vocal about his dislike, A, for gacha games, which I don't think was the stuff that people cared about as much, but also B, for things like lollies, which obviously featured quite heavily in Blue Archive, right? So again, a lot of people were very angry that obviously he would be included. Some people have been asking the question as to why he would take the money and why he would join in on something like this. But again, we can go into that in a little bit. But essentially, this is the response from one of the people who were involved or were supposed to be involved in this sponsorship thing, saying, well, always next time. Obviously, Zentreya saying, no biggie and understandable. I'd rather it go to someone who's played non-stop. Perfectly reasonable. I'm going to keep playing BA though, because it's another gacha I'm actually enjoying. Really enjoying the story and characters. Very cute so far. And brings me back to the early 2010s anime. They say reminds me a bit of Mugen's Souls gameplay to a bit with the 3D chibi models. Brings me back to the PS3 JRPG days of Disgaea. I'm not sure what that one is. TWATHK and Trinity Universe and Neptunia, etc. Very nostalgic in a way. So obviously, yeah, Zentreya has essentially just taken it and just been like, yep, okay, that's disappointing, but you know, that's okay. She'd rather it go to someone that has been playing it non-stop, which I think is actually pretty understandable, right? Because again, that's also another talking point that a lot of people brought up with this situation, was the fact of why couldn't some people who obviously play the game and are still pretty big content creators actually get involved. And I'm not talking about the like kind of dedicated Blue Archive the content creators that are essentially creating content on the game every day. I'm talking about like the VTubers who sometimes play it or have expressed interest in the game and would actually bring it to a new audience that would actually appreciate it. Because I think what a lot of people were arguing as well was also the fact of not only do some of these kind of, you know, not only does like, for example, cdawgva dislike a lot of stuff that's going on, but also they don't think the audience would really like and, you know, appreciate the game that much, which again, obviously can be seen because, you know, he has a really, really big audience, but that really big audience doesn't really mean much if they're not going to enjoy and click with the content that is being shown to them. So again, obviously, yeah, you know, they probably would have gotten a couple of signups, but I don't think they would have gotten as many as maybe a different audience that's been chosen. Obviously, a lot of people as well have been kind of commenting on all of this stuff, including obviously we've got Pirate Nation here, you know, actually kind of breaking the news, had 1.2 million views. People saying, why did they invite Connor, who hates the concept of this game? Which, again, yeah, is 100% true. I think this is more so on Blue Archive for actually figuring out who to sponsor and sponsoring the wrong people, right? And obviously, they have apologized and, you know, cancelled it and everything. But again, I don't think this is cdawgva's fault. I think the cdawgva in general, you know, I think he is just kind of taking a bag. If I got asked to do a Blue Archive sponsor, even though, you know, if I was like him and was outspoken against that kind of stuff, then I probably would have still taken it. I'm going to be honest, a bag's a bag. I don't know how much they were paying, but, you know, I can see why he did decide to take it because they did offer him that kind of chance, an opportunity to do so. And obviously, as I said, it's up to Blue Archive really to avoid that in the first place. Now, also as well, we got, for example, oh no, that's the Zentreya tweet. We also got people as well, like Yeet, kind of sharing Zentreya's response to this, saying Zentreya's comments on Blue Archive dropping the influencer campaign. And, you know, there's been a lot of people as well that have been kind of, commenting and replying here saying Zen took the AoE damage. It said, when you went through a lot of hard times in your life, aka childhood, this is nothing to her. Also, she's one handful of a streamer, and look out for the smaller streamers. she will be happy if they give it to a small streamer, which is true. You know, Zen has always been known as this person who will look out for the smaller streamers and for the people who maybe aren't as big in the community. And I think that, yeah, obviously her pointing people in the direction is a pretty good response to this. And also as well, I think the best part of this response is the fact that she actually, you know, points out some of the things that she likes about the game, and you know, kind of confirms that, you know, she would have actually liked to do a sponsor like this. You know, I think that none of this was her fault. I don't think any of this was most of these people's fault. I think again, I think at the end of the day, you know, whenever it comes to who Blue Archive should have had on their stream, I think Giguk was okay, because again, I think he hasn't been very, you know, he's not very negative towards lollies and things like that. Obviously Zen, I think, is okay. Obviously as well, she even stated how much she liked the game and the gameplay. So again, I feel like she would have been good. ironmouse, I don't think she would have been that bad. Obviously, some people claim that she has like a more mainstream audience, which might not like it. But again, I still think that she wouldn't be that bad. And then obviously, I think cdawgva probably would have been the worst one to kind of advertise it to. I think that should have been someone else here, and I think it would have been fine. I think these three obviously had the least kind of effect, I guess, in terms of the Blue Archive stuff. Now, some people have also been discussing, you know, maybe a lot of the drama has also kind of maybe influenced their decision. For example, with ironmouse and cdawgva, which have been getting involved in obviously a lot of streamer award kind of equivalent drama with all of the Rakai and Ray stuff that's been going on, and also ironmouse and the burnt peanut. Obviously, a lot of people maybe have been pointing them in that direction, which some people claimed, but I don't think that is the case. I do think it genuinely is due to just, you know, an opinion thing, rather than, you know, they're getting dropped for drama. Obviously, yeah, this is like one of the posts that got pretty popular as well, saying Blue Archive player announces a collaboration with streamers who called the players peas. I can't say that on YouTube, saying fans get outraged. They said they cancelled the collaboration immediately. Don't let anyone tell you that your voice doesn't matter, because it does. So yeah, obviously a lot of people are very happy at the fact that, you know, they did listen. And I do think it is a very, very positive thing for Blue Archive to kind of have that, I guess, community feedback and understanding of what they want, and also Blue Archive listening to what they want, because a lot of gacha games don't do that, right? Again, you know, obviously I used to make a lot of gacha content on my other channel, you know, more so into gacha and everything like that, right? And, you know, the amount of videos I would make talking about the fact that this company didn't listen to the community and now the game's bad, right? There are so many cases of this happening, and again, I'm glad that they did listen to their audience, right? And also we've got some people as well who have been essentially kind of, you know, promoting themselves, including a Face Connect member, Ramilia. They say, I'm a VTuber and a long-time Blue Archive fan. This game truly means a lot to me. The stories, the personal moment talks, the bond I formed with the girls, and the connections we built. Feels like I'm part of a wonderful family. I actively make Blue Archive content and covers because I just want more people to come to the game that I love as much as I do. Please give more Blue Archive content creators a chance. We love your game so much. Obviously, yeah, they share obviously the streams and different videos and stuff that they've done for Blue Archive. Obviously, they are very, very dedicated, and people did mention the fact that, you know, there is a lot of members of Face Connect and also other places too that would really love to do this. Obviously, you got Tenma here as well, also giving her a little bit of a vouch there, which obviously is quite funny. And obviously, yeah, a lot of people saying, yeah, I'll play your game now. Fine, I guess I'll pay for my figure. So again, a lot of people happy. A lot of people obviously, you know, giving recommendations to different influencers. Obviously, people here saying Ramilia, Akagaki Koa, and Mint Phantom. So again, some people obviously want to see these kind of people. A lot of people want to see Ramilia, you know, play the game, which obviously she already does, I'm pretty sure. It's just more so they want to actually see her, you know, sponsored and, you know, with Blue Archive behind her, which would be really cool to see, especially as she is one of those content creators who've covered Blue Archive quite extensively and promoted it quite extensively. So that would be really nice to see from Blue Archive in the future. But hey, we'll have to see if that happens, and obviously I'll keep you guys up to date if they do announce a new list of people that are set to cover their sponsored event. I'm not sure. Again, maybe they just like kind of bend it off for this one, and then they might reconsider different people in the future. But yeah, for now, that is essentially a whole update. Again, it seems like not many people are like mad like on the kind of streamer side of things. It seems like things are kind of calming down a little bit now, and obviously hopefully Blue Archive will do a little bit of a better job at, you know, kind of, I guess, you know, hiring or not hiring, picking different people to do their sponsorships. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.